part Sioux Indian. I don't look like it, but I am part Sioux Indian, okay? My great grandmother was part Sioux Indian. In every age of these oppressions, we have petitioned for renders for the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince thus character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant as unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor we have been wanting an attention to our British brother. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by the legislators to extend unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of our certitude of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity. We have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred and disavowed their usurpations, which would exemplary interrupt our connection and correspondence. They have been deaf to the voice of justice and consequently. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessary and denounce our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies at war, and peace, friends. Here we go with mankind. Remember, people back then thought differently. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress assembled here, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the routine of our intentions, to do the name of the authority of the good people of these colonies. They solemnly publish and declare that these United States are and ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from any allegiance to the British Crown, that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may have right to do. And for the support of this declaration, with firm reliance of the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Now, YouTuber, what happened? What happened? All this stuff I mentioned in the Declaration of Independence, I know I kind of jacked it up a little bit. I'm sorry, Me reading and speaking at the same time, kind of throwed me off a little bit. But, what happened? America, what happened to us? Look what the state of Great Britain was doing to them. Those colonists, people's colonists. Look what they did. They rose up. How come we're not doing that today? Why not? We're not speaking out, on our government and some stuff we don't like. There's a few brave souls like me are speaking out, but a lot of you are afraid to speak out. A lot of you guys I know feel like I do, but you're afraid to speak out. You're fear of retaliation, from the media, from your friends, your co-workers, the people you work for. You're afraid to get harassed by the NSA, the TSA, and all these organizations. I mean, what's going on today, They're doing twice the damage what Great Britain did back in 1776 of the Revolutionary War times. Yet, our forefathers stood up their arms and defeated one of the greatest empires of the time. And they fought under this flag, the American flag right here. All races fought under this flag. I'm not talking just about white people, black people, Native Americans fought under this flag. And some of you naive Americans, I would say, have the audacity to call this flag a racist, a sexist, a bigot, all this stuff. I'm going to put a clip in my description box. It's by Johnny Cash. Now, I don't know what Johnny Cash's political affiliation is. I know if it's a Democrat, it's a Republican. I really don't care what party Johnny Cash belongs to. But he did a sort of a brilliant storytelling song called This Ragged Old Flag. I'm going to put it in the description box here. You need to watch that video. Very interesting video. And throughout U.S. history time, we've always been proud to be Americans. At World War I, we defeated a great enemy, Germany. World War II, we defeated three great enemies at once: Japan, Germany, and Italy. Let's face it, without America, Europe and and probably Russia would be under Nazi rule today without America's help. That's how great we are. Yeah, we fought much. I mean, the Vietnam War was political unrest for America. I do admit that. But a lot of Americans saw that war was wrong. They rose up, protest, and got us out of Vietnam. We put a man on the moon. We're the first country in the world to put a man on the moon. We had Ronald Reagan that stood tall and said we can proud to be Americans again. We had the first Gulf War, made us proud that we became American, we became a strong power again in the first Gulf War. We saved a group of people from genocide in 1997. Let me repeat that. We saved a group of people from genocide in 1999, called the Kosovo bombing, the Kosovo War. And 9/11, 99% of it stood up, waved this flag, saying, God bless the USA, everywhere we went to. It was on TV, God bless America. The song, God bless the USA. By Mr. Green was put. Neil Green went off, that's the guy's name. But that was our theme song. That was our battle cry during 9/11. That was our battle cry. We would sing, God bless the USA, USA, USA. The American flag was waving everywhere. You can go to the most liberal spot you can think in the United States, and they were waving American flags. And I can be honest with you, too. I did go to a gay bar one time. Even at the gay bar, they had American flags everywhere there. They're also saying, God bless America. You know? And what happened today? Hell, you probably get sued or get fired for saying God bless America nowadays. And saying God bless America, you're not forcing no religion on nobody. You can use that term God any way you want to be. Any way you want to be. So I could say, America, what happened? What happened to you, America? We was once this proud American strong people. But look at us today. We're pathetic. Let's be honest with you. We're pathetic today. I just want to share this, And a lot of you out there even today don't even know why we celebrate the 4th of July or the cause of the 4th of July. Knowing that we celebrate the 4th of July, America's birthday, because on July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed and gave birth to our great country, America. And by the way, the founding fathers back then was considering freeing the slaves back in those days, but decided to put it off for political reasons. Thomas Jefferson wanted to free the slaves. I think Benjamin Franklin wanted to free the slaves. And you have the audacity to call them a racist, bigot, stuff like that, without knowing the true cause, what the true intent is. Even George Washington, okay, he had slaves, I admit that. But he put in his will that they'll be free. And all these men who signed the Declaration of Independence, And look at this. The first person, John Hancock, let me clarify this. Yeah, John Hancock. He's from Massachusetts. What happened to Massachusetts, the Boston Tea Party, Freedom Trail, Stand Your Ground? What happened to Massachusetts? That's what I want to know. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Massachusetts again, Samuel Adams, John Adams, Robert Treat Paine, Gary, I can't read this guy's name, sorry. And it looks like some of these guys one of these men had like an Indian name, a Native American name. But don't quote me on that. Samuel Shays, I better shut up on that one. I thought so, but I could be wrong. If I am sorry. I apologize. But still, by signing this Declaration of Independence, and if we were lost the Revolutionary War, these men would have been hung for treason against the crown. In America, where are you today? You get your panties hurt when someone goes on TV and says something a little racial and you don't want to riot and protest and go on TV and crying how unsensitive they are. What happened, America? I want to know. What happened to you? What happened at the time, we didn't want the government supporting us? What happened at the time while our prison system wasn't filled? What happened to the time when all the men worked? What happened to the time where all the women wanted careers? They wanted to work. They wanted to get in the workforce. What happened, America? How come we're not these strong, vibrant people like we used to be? How come we're not? And we're so stupid. You are so stupid that you worried about bathroom rights. You worry about a guy who identifies as a woman go to the women's bathroom. You worry about that stupid shit. I mean, it's just pathetic. It really is pathetic how America's turned today. I mean, I look at these younger generations. Oh my, like my God, men look acting like girls, girls acting like men. Is this the right way to be? Let me tell you this: Susan B. Anthony, one of the front runners of the women's suffrage movement. Do you think she'll approve how women are acting, how American women are acting today? She was all about the family, all about kids, have a good family structure. She was all about that. Look what's happening in America today. Single women having kids by 3 or 4 different baby daddies. Vice versa with men, they're having like 3 or 4 kids by 3 or 4 different babies' mamas. We used to have a strong family unit in America. The family unit, the family structure, is about gone. It really is. So what happened to us, America? How come the majority of Americans don't even know why we celebrate the 4th of July? I just told you, the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776. Actually, it was written a few days prior. We celebrate the 4th of July because it was signed on the 4th of July. That's when it was signed. How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know somebody from all the way from Georgia signed this bill in North Carolina as well? Or in South Carolina too. We have people from Maryland who signed this this document. Maryland, no, Samuel Chase, William Pesa, Thomas Stone, Charles Curler of Charlatan, something like that, I'm sorry. George Weath, Richard Harry Lee, this is from Virginia, obviously. Pennsylvania, you got people from Pennsylvania signed this, Delaware, New York, New Jersey. I mean, man, what's going on, America? How come the American people are turned as weak, vibrant people? And we have this political party wants to do a Senate over a gun ban bill, saying if you're a terrorist, you'll be banned from guns. So how do you classify a terrorist? I'm not talking to you as a Republican. I'm just telling you how it is. I mean, let's face it, the Republican Party ain't this great, grand, patriotic party they claim to be. If they are, they put a lot of this shit in the bud right now, but they're not. They're not. They stopped that gun bill being passed, thank God, But there's a lot of other bills they snuck under the table and Obama signed. Well, you two, that's enough of me ranting and raving. But I wish America and the American people take a good, long look at themselves. I'm not talking to you as a Republican or as a Democrat. I'm talking to you as an American. And remember, if you think this flag is a racist flag, you need to study your history. You need to study it now. And remember, a lot of people in the past, from the Revolutionary War, African Americans, Revolutionary War, fought under this flag. African Americans in the War of 1812 fought under this flag. African Americans in the Mexican War fought under this flag. The African Americans in the Civil War, obviously, fought under this flag. World War I, World War II, the Spanish-American War, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, they fought under this flag. They marched. The African American people marched for civil rights in the 50s and 60s under this flag. And you dare, all you Americans, a lot of you Americans dare call this flag a racist. Say you will spit and burn this flag. You will step on this flag, you shit on this flag, you wipe your ass on your flag, and you're just proving your buffoonery and your ignorance by doing that. This flag needs to be respected. And remember, our ancestors, a lot of our ancestors, fought and died in this flag, or they fought under this flag. I'm not talking about wars, I'm talking about everything else. Demonstrations, marches, and everything else. They've done it under this flag, this for good old glory. Under that flag. Well, YouTube world, thank you for watching. I tied you up long enough. Have a good day, and God bless.